Gurgle. Hey, hi. Wow. Entered the fray on our conversation instead of in our talking box. Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah,
Unprofessional.
it's okay. Do people come here expecting quality content? If so,
I've heard of Pokemon Cast. I think it's pretty good. And you might
have
want
you
to go
put?
and investigate. Hmm.
This is actually a Pokemon cast. Also, just the N and the M are flipped
Sports.
the other way. It's PKNM cast. Pokemon cast.
Can we be? Is it too late to change our name to PKMN Sports?
It's never too late.
It's never too late, right?
I
When
could
we need
finally
to.
fit it. I can finally fit TTW PKMN Sports
Why do you keep calling
on.
it TTW?
I don't know. Because twi.
Twitch.tw?
There's a W. There's a twi.
I guess. Yeah.
So I'm
Television
like
Twitch.
Twitch.
It's
Twitch
TV.
television.
TV Twitch. That sounds like something that like somebody about 10 years older than us would be calling Twitch.tv. Is like, I just head on over to TV Twitch.
Twitch television.
Yeah. Now that's 5 years older. 5 years older saying Twitch television. You know, the Twitch space. Twitch tube. How's it going? I'm getting older by the second.
Are we all?
Aren't we all?
And we're
Wow.
wasting those seconds playing Pokemon Unite.
But you know what? I'm happy for it. We're losing all the seconds. Good to see you, everybody. Make sure you're posting in the chat. Sounding off. Say hello. Say goodbye. Don't say goodbye. Don't leave me. We haven't even started.
Say goodbye in 1 hour.
Yeah. Thank you for giving us an hour of your time. We appreciate you joining us today. We're here to talk about your performance at the company.
It's your weekly performance review.
It's your weekly performance review. I gotta say, it's not looking good.
What, yours?
What?
Yours? Or ours?
Oh no, is this my
Or
performance
theirs?
review?
Yes.
Oh no.
Sit down, Michael. We need to have a word.
Okay. Yes,
We
sir.
understand that you've been doing this this podcasting gig for about 2 years now. But
Yeah, I've been liking it a lot. It's been a lot of fun.
yeah, we haven't been liking you very much, Mr.
Oh.
Bus-
Oh no. What? Okay. May I ask why?
We actually just need someone that requires more talent instead of less.
Oh no. Oh man, like I've been trying, right? Like I've been taking improv
Yeah,
classes
but you
on YouTube.
haven't spent $500 to get level 30 items on Pokemon Unite, and we're trying to get you to master. And you see,
Yeah.
in this pay-to-win game,
Yeah.
you gotta pay to win.
No, I understand. I'll see myself out. Thank you very much. So do I
There's
still?
no severance package.
There's no
Nothing.
So okay. So I don't have to keep on paying you.
We actually went ahead and preemptively removed your health insurance as
Oh,
well.
good. I was hoping to not have to go through the paperwork. I'm glad that you were able to do that. Lupus asks, "Is that Mike's new camera?" No, I've always been using the same camera. What happened was my lights were off, and this is what it's like when my lights are off. And I could keep them off, or I can put them on and actually have quality, because this camera automatically adjusts based on the amount of light that's going in, which Kevin will eventually know once he decides to use it. So
You ever met a streamer that has a bunch of new gear he just doesn't use?
you have an entirely new setup in a new house that you just haven't started using yet.
Oops.
That's a big old oops. Kevin is so lazy that he will not like move
I'll work on that.
because that involves moving.
Moving involves moving. I'm just so comfortable here. So comfy.
Oh boy. Don't be like Kevin. But however, I have seen pictures. When you move, it will be glorious.
Thank you.
If that ever does happen. Anyway, let's play some podcast.
I'd love to.
Okay.
I've been waiting all week for this.
We just good. Me too. Let me just double check that I'm recording on both places. Yes, you're recording. We're good to go.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm alive.
This is Pokésports podcast number 89. 89.
80 Snivy.
80 Snivy. Here we go. Oh, I hear my kid in the other room. Cool. Hello and welcome to Pokésports, a competitive Pokemon podcast. I'm Mike, and I play with Pokemon on the field.
I'm Kevin. And I like Crustle now.
Oh. Yeah, Crustle's a fun book. You know, it's sad because when Crustle came out years ago in, I want to say, Gen 6?
Mm-hmm. No.
No?
Gen 5.
Really?
5. Yeah, that's
Okay.
a 5er.
That's a 5er. All right. When Crustle came out, it seemed so promising. And then you realized it's a bug. And so it has all the same problems as a bug. But for whatever, like it's a tankier bug that won't be tanky. So sad.
What I'm confused by is, why is this Pokemon even in Unite to begin with? Unite has some fan favorites. You know, like we got the Lucarios, we got the Cinderaces, we got the Pikachus, the Charizards, and we got Crustle. Even Absol I can call a fan favorite. You know, that's always been, you know, at least one that I think is very popular because it looks cool.
Right.
Never expected the Crustle, but you know what? I'm here for it. And kind of my disgust for it made me shy away from it a little bit. And then I started playing with it. And then I realized, oh, your Shell Smash is just always up and you're going at 20 miles an hour the whole game.
Yeah. 20 miles an hour is not very fast.
For a human, it is.
I guess so, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. If I perform a Shell Smash, I move a little slower.
Now, I should actually read what the action move does, because does it also make me weaker? I'm sure it does.
I feel like it should.
The action move does.
I feel like it should. If you don't know what we're talking about, of course we're talking about Pokemon Unite. Crustle, the Pokemon, is indeed in that game. If you haven't started playing it yet, or you've shied away from it because of, I don't know, reasons, definitely try and pick it back up, because not bad.
I'll tell you what, guys. I'll pay for your eShop download of Pokemon Unite.
Oh.
Out of my pocket.
Yeah. Send the invoice to Kevin. He's got you. Send the invoice to Kevin at pokesportspodcast.hotmail.live.gmail. We
don't actually have those because we're just two people.
We are just two people. Anyway, hello everybody. It is a new week as always. Episode 89 to Pokésports, still going after all these years. We're almost coming up on our 2-year anniversary in the next 2 months, actually.
Which will actually be on our 101st episode because we took 1 week off.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, 101.
Oh, that's true.
Episode 101.
Episode 101. That's cool. That's kind of cool. We have like everything intersect. If we don't do anything special.
103.
Oh no. I was going to say if we don't do anything special for 100, I guess, because it'll be so close to our 2-year as well as our 100th, like that'll be pretty sad.
Oh, that'd be really sad. We have nothing planned. We have 10 weeks.
We have 10 weeks to plan. And you know what? That's everybody, right? Like every podcast is just like, all right, we'll just do it every week until we stop or the internet stops us. And neither of those two things have happened. We tried to stop for a little bit, and then we were like, no, can't do that. Got to keep going.
The game was like, no more Dynamax.
Game brought us back.
And then they were like, here's a new MOBA. Heard you like MOBAs.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Should we talk some stuff? We've got some VGC news today.
Ooh, let's hear it.
In VGC news, we've got the Players Cup 25th Anniversary Edition Invitational.
For some reason, they were going to say Players Cup 25. I'm like, hold on. I know I've been gone for a while.
Kevin also called it Players Cup like All Stars or something earlier today because he couldn't
Something
remember
like
the
that.
name. He's like, it's the one with all the good people in it. which is basically what it is. The Players Cup 25th Anniversary Invitational All-Stars and Knuckles is a tournament featuring 8 pros from August 13th to 15th. They're announcing a new person every day. They started on like August 5th. And so far they've announced Sejun Park, Ryota Otsubo, Santino Tarquino, I don't know, and Naoto Mizobuchi, which was just today.
Some good names, some good players, some world champions, some not.
Yeah, people who listen to this are very familiar with one Sejun Park, as he's the guy who brought the Pachirisu to Worlds that one time. And
Worlds 2014. I was there live.
Yeah. And you saw it happen, and you were like, this is going to break the internet.
Oh, yeah. I took screenshots of myself on the stream. Go watch the stream, guys. If
those are called pictures. Those are called pictures. When you're in person, you're taking a screenshot. That's called a picture.
No. Screenshots of the stream. I was on the stream in the audience.
Oh.
Go see if you can find me, guys. Good luck.
You mean you took a picture of yourself on the stream?
Wouldn't you? I would. Yeah. I did.
Good.
It's like I think I was in the audience and the stream was on the TV.
Okay.
And I saw myself on the TV, and then I found the camera, and I stared at the camera, and I was holding up signs.
What sign? Do you remember what was on the sign?
Yep.
Oh, was it something not good?
No.
Well, okay, so this is 6 years ago, so this tracks.
It was 4 letters, had 2 P's and 2 O's in it.
You really went onto the stream, held up a sign that said Popo?
Absolutely. That's
the one. Kevin. Come on.
It was actually OPOP.
This was in the height of Gangnam Style, so the height of size popularity. So he just needed to have an in there. Good for you.
I'm so happy.
I hate how you made your mark on the Pokemon community, and now you do this. So we're like, we're gonna try to.
He's the guy.
To make our mark on the world, and you're holding up poop signs. Oh boy.
They didn't censor it either.
Can we erase a stream? Can we just like take a stream away?
This is a live confession. They're gonna knock at my door now. You ruined our stream.
Pokemon Company is gonna be
8 years ago.
Pokemon Company is gonna be sitting in a boardroom. They're all just gonna be like, okay, let's talk Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl. Then someone busts through the door. They're like, guys, we found him. The guy who. And everyone looks like they all know who he's talking about. And they're like, how? I thought it was the perfect crime. They would hold up a sign that said poop and then never come back. No, he said it all. He said it all on Pokésports.
We haven't been admitting to the offense.
Oh, no.
Oh, now I'm watching the VG Masters finals.
Did you just get bored of my story and go to that?
I want to see if I can find it.
Wow. I'm gonna need to see that.
Someone will find it.
Yeah. Anyway, apart from poop signs, this will be the event to watch if you're wanting to see some like super top level play in VGC. Sage, like all of these historically good players of the game, people who have kind of made their name in the game. They're all going to be there at the same time. That no waiting through, up and comers, no waiting through the people who get lucky in the tournaments, no waiting through people who's like having a good year this year. It's like all of the people who you remember being good just in a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of into it.
I'm into it too.
Definitely gonna be watching that.
Watch it.
Yeah. August 13th to 15th, I think it's going to be fun. Plus, it's also just an 8-person event. So it's not going to take a particularly long time. You know what I mean?
I really hope not. And they should have this all pre-recorded already too. So it shouldn't be too big of a deal because they don't want to. I won't say it.
If it's the Pokemon Company, it's already happened. They don't want to have poop on the stream.
Oh, yeah. They want to make sure people like me don't get on it.
Mm-hmm. him before you actually are, and they just like pan over to you. You're sitting in the audience. Why do they edit that in?
I'm just in the intro. You know how they always have like a hype intro.
It's a highlight.
It's me.
Oh well, that's gonna be when they show Sejun Park's trailer. They're like, "This is Sejun Park, winner of the 2015? 14. Winner of the 2014 World's Championship, featuring such incredible plays as that time that he brought a Pachirisu." And then they show the Pachirisu and they pan over and it's you holding the sign among a crew of other people. And it's like, why? Again, why would you edit that in?
What? Remember when we tried to bring something off meta to a large competition?
It didn't work out very well for us. Zamazenta is very sad. I thought you were going to say, do you remember the last time that we went to an in-person competition? And I was going to say yes, and then a global pandemic happened, and then 2 years passed, and
I got one this Saturday.
I know. Let's talk about that.
I gotta see if I can even make it. I'm gonna try my best.
Oh no.
I have like a business photo shoot at 9 in the morning, so I think I'll make it.
Business photo shoot, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're kind of a
Mandatory. Now my office is making me do it. They want to revamp all their garbage. So
good for you.
Photos.
All right. So tell me about it. The VGC tournament.
I think it's $25 entry. It's gonna be in New York. It's live person, and it's from Joe UX9, who's hosting it.
Okay.
So if you guys are going to that in New York City, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, I'd visit Joe UX9 on Twitter at Joe UX9. He probably has a post about it, and it's probably pinned somewhere. It's gonna be this Saturday. I think it starts at noon. Don't know what the prize pool is. I'm assuming the prize pool is gonna be whatever the leftover fee is for.
Yeah, no documented prize pool as of yet. But definitely scheduled for August 14th, Series 10, in NYC at Operating System. Operating System NYC is where it is. So that'll be fun. I wish I could go. However, I am, alas, a Canadian, and although I could probably make it over the border, not this time.
Yeah. You need to like bring proof of vaccination. I accidentally went to the wrong state today.
What?
So I guess it's story time. I was showing houses very close to the Pennsylvania and New Jersey border.
Okay.
And I needed gas, so I was like, "Hey Siri, find Wawas near me." And then they just sent me to the next state over because I guess that was the closest.
What did you what's a Wawa?
It's a gas station / convenience store.
Oh, okay. Sorry, continue, please.
Yeah, so I just had to wait in line at the state customs, I guess. It's like, just a bunch of police waving at you. But there's always a line because they got to wave at you.
I feel like that happens a lot. Does that happen a lot to Americans? Do you guys just like, oops, wrong state?
Not usually me because I'm like close to the water. I mean, I might accidentally go in the water. Oops, wrong terrain.
Oops, not road.
Not a boat.
Not a boat. I am happy that tournaments are coming back in person and that people are actually getting out and doing things again. I'm curious to see what the enrollment is going to be like in this.
I just realized I'm gonna go to another state for that tournament too.
Yeah.
So much traveling.
But it's like so accessible. In Canada, no one's ever like, hey, come to Alberta for your next VGC tournament. That just would not happen because that's like a multi-hour drive.
New York City is pay to win. You got three bridges there's 3 bridges that connect Jersey and New York City. Each of them are like $20.
Huh.
You only pay to get in, you don't pay to get out.
Oh, wow.
It's pay to enter.
They pay you to get out. It's like, we're crowded enough. It's fine.
You want to be here? Money.
You want to come in and pay us and we'll, I don't know, help make your roads better or something. But if you want to get out. Please. Thank you.
So that's happening this weekend. You guys should go say hi to me.
Yeah. No, if you're going, absolutely. Please do sound off in the comments. I mean, if anything, I feel like a lot of people are just going to go for the chance to go and meet Joe, right?
Yeah, why not? You totally can. I'm assuming.
That's kind of what, a lot of streamer run tournaments end up being, is a lot of people who are just like genuine fans of his, or genuine
And while you're
fans of
there, might as
theirs,
well compete.
whoever
Yeah,
sets it up. Yeah. And then while they're there, they compete.
might as well do
Mhm.
something while you're there.
Mhm.
Don't just say hi and leave.
I'm curious if he's going to participate as well, though. Because Joe
Probably gonna be
UX9,
busy.
he's very active in the Pokemon community.
Yeah.
Not only does he set up stuff, but he also competes a lot. He usually around the beginning of the season will hit number one on the ladder. On Showdown, I believe he's been like in contest with this other guy who's like always number one on the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy like lives and breathes Pokemon, VGC specifically. So
That's some special dedication. I can't do that.
it takes a lot of dedication. Yeah.
I don't want to spoil what team I'm bringing.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have been keeping up with Pokésports videos and Pokésports streams, it's gonna be that team.
Oh.
It's gonna be the good one.
So
The good one.
That's a good one.
Really good one.
Have you been practicing with it on like Showdown and stuff as well?
Not recently. I've been playing more Unite, but I should probably practice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We should probably try hard to win.
You should probably do it. This is your chance to impress people in person.
My first live tournament in like 5 years.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Do you think you'll be nervous going into an in-person tournament?
I feel like the older I get, the less I care. So I don't think so.
That's a big part of it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get nervous when other people get like over the top. But I guess some like, should I hide under the table vibes? When they get very angry, I'm just like, oh, okay.
But even that, like a lot of that has to do with just nerves. Like when people get upset, genuinely upset, it's because they're already so anxious for just being there in the first place that, that little extra trigger is enough to like get them flying off the handle. And that's one of those things where like in retrospect, you look back and you're like, oh no, I can't believe I acted like that just because I lost.
Not only are they nervous that they're there, they're facing X-rays ovation in round 1.
Oh no. Oh no.
If the league means anything, I'll throw it to you. That's all I've done so far.
Wow. All right. So that's VGC. Go and attend that tournament if you are in New York City or adjacent to. Have some fun. Watch Players Cup. If you're one of the people participating, let me know, because I would love to talk to you for the podcast. Love to talk to you for the podcast. Love to talk to you
Park,
for
hit
the
us up.
podcast. I would love to talk to you for the podcast. All right, let's.
I would learn Korean for Sejun Park.
I'd do it.
Me and Mike can figure things out.
Babble is a thing. Unite. Let's talk Unite. This week, we had a few things happen. First off, we had a patch 1.1.1.4 dropped this week, as well as very quickly after 1.1.1.5. And this is probably going to happen for the next little bit while we have new games happen, while Unite is new and people are experiencing it and finding bugs and all that stuff.
I gotta say, real quick before we start, last week on the podcast we said we don't know if Unite will be here next week. Unite has officially made it one more week.
Unite has officially made it one more week, and it is currently one of the more interesting things is that it has made it on Reddit in quite a big way. Pokemon Unite is currently sitting at, I want to see, 84,000 members. To put that in perspective, r/VGC has 33,000. I want to say Pokemon has 3.5 million. So it's still quite a ways away from that.
Got
but
room to grow.
it's got a huge following for just one game, especially in MOBA.
Absolutely.
I'm now looking up like League of Legends, 5.3 million. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I want to see this hit 100,000. I want to see Pokemon Unite hit 100,000.
How long before you think competitive esports teams are gonna start wanting to make Pokemon Unite? Like TSM,
It's
Cloud9,
it's going to be
CLG.
super. It's going to be super touch and go for a little while. I don't think there's going to be like full adoption
Mm-hmm.
until the first major tournament. First major tournament happens, you see it explode or not explode, and then you'll see teams try and pick it up. Teams are still a little hesitant for games like Teamfight Tactics because it's still kind of in that I don't know if we're really gonna go for this kind of phase.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of getting there.
It is an issue when you start a team and then immediately have to drop it because it doesn't do well. Like
Well,
that's
yeah.
just a pain. Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about games that didn't perform very well, we do know that Panda Global's Pokemon roster has been dissolved in the past few
Oh yeah.
weeks. So
Big rip.
Wolf Glick and Aaron Cybertron Zhang both had to go and find other teams. I don't know if Aaron did. I know that Wolf has found a new one, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's just kind of what happens in esports. If a game is not performing very well, they're not gonna house people in a team for it.
I think like once they start losing money, because like right now VGC is not super making money, right? There's no tournaments to make money on, so
Right.
these teams are sponsoring players to make money, and at the end of the day, they're just not winning because
They're
there's
just
not
not.
tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, pandemic has a lot to do with that, but I mean, it was
Also,
kind of
game,
going to happen.
you know,
Yeah.
game isn't as popular as like say Rocket League or League, Dota, etc.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious what's going to happen in Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Even if it's like we're actually bringing in all of the Pokemon, I'm hesitant to see it picked up more. I can't really see why, unless there's like a big resurgence in Pokemon companies advertising. But if they just kind of keep things as it is, then I don't know if we're going to see growth in that.
Yeah, it might be a while till we get like a main series Pokemon game, like doing what it does. You know, I mean, I feel like yes, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, they are going to be technically main series Pokemon games, but I don't see them doing what Switch does unless they have ginormous improvements, like spectator mode, no timer,
Yeah.
better rank system,
If
things like that.
if they make it as
But
good of a viewer experience as say X and Y was, or
the
Omega
battles
Ruby,
look fine.
the
Yeah.
battles were, yeah, everything looks great. It's just that the ability to make content was so stifled by Sword and Shield. Like we really saw it hurting because of the lack of spectator mode specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I remember so many content creators who made their living off of commentating other games, and they just couldn't do that because spectator mode was either one person's view or just not there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see. I would really like to see it not, as Lupus says in the chat, come and go in waves. I think like true Pokésports, Pokemon esports adoption would be something that doesn't come and go in waves, something that is just a constant staple in esports. And that's what we believe in, and that's what we keep pushing for. And we're going to keep pushing for it. It's just, we're seeing the downsides of it, having been in it so long.
And I don't think Sword and Shield lasts another year.
Oh,
Personally,
certainly not.
I don't think Sword and Shield can last until a new main series Generation 9 game in 2022. I really don't think that's going to happen.
Mhm.
People probably just stick to Unite BDSP for battles, and then Legends when it comes out will be speed run or something. Like,
Yeah.
things like that is what people are gonna cling to until the new game comes out. I don't think that a 3-year-old game has longevity in Pokemon, at least, where there's just so many things that you can do.
Right.
Like, you're very limited when it comes to Pokemon main series games.
I agree. This is a hard conversation to have because it's stuff that like we
Sad.
see. It's sad, but it's also part of it, and it's fun and we enjoy it while it's here, but we also kind of see it long term, for what it is.
I think that's better news for Unite than anything.
Yeah, I know, right? And that was where
competition for a whole year.
And to come full circle there, that was exactly where we started, where, talking about how Unite's growth over the past, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks has just exploded.
Me and Mike were not prepared for this at all.
I wasn't. No, absolutely.
We had no content planned.
No.
We just kind of went for it on the fly once we started saying, oh, people are actually watching this thing.
Yeah.
And we were actually enjoying it.
There are tons of things that we're thinking about now. There's the adoption of content. There's the tournaments. Spectator mode came and went. So very sad.
I was so sad. Me and Mike had so many plans. The second spectator mode dropped, and we actually used it. It was very simple, but good enough, right?
Yes.
It did everything you needed it to do. It wasn't hard to use. It was super basic.
Part of patch 1.1.1.4 was spectator mode. However, it was a beta that only was out for 2 days. And the second day, certainly, absolutely, yeah. But it worked just fine. When it comes back, we're going to be using everything from it.
Oh yeah,
we're going to be completely exhausting.
We're gonna watch high elo games. We're gonna host tournaments, spectate the games through that means. We got a bunch of plans. It's gonna be fun. Play Unite.
We gave a rundown of the patch 1.4 on our YouTube channel. It was interesting. It didn't try to nerf anybody, and by nerf I mean weaken. That's what that term. We're focusing a little bit on terminology today. Let me just give you a spoiler for after the break. It didn't focus too hard on bringing anybody down. It focused a little bit on bringing other Pokemon up so that everybody matched the same kind of power level. If they brought any overpowered moves down, they brought its counterpart set up as well, because you can either go one set of 2 moves or the other set of 2 moves, or one, like a combination between the two. So for example, we have like Gengar, whose Sludge Bomb and Hex combination was really, really, really strong. So they weakened that combination by increasing the amount of seconds between hexes.
And damage.
Did they buff Dream Eater in the other one?
They buffed Shadow Ball.
Shadow
Ball's damage output, yeah.
Yeah, and then they buffed Shadow Ball, so people are now using more Shadow Ball instead of Sludge Bomb. Well, kind of. People are still, Sludge Bomb and Hex are just so good.
First they broke it.
Yeah. Well, first
After
they broke
that,
it.
I think Sludge Bomb and Hex is still the way people are playing Gengar, but now nobody's playing Gengar.
Right.
It's such a damage decrease. They really they worked very hard on it.
Yeah, it's kind of brought Gengar out of the top level, but it's still, even if you want to use it in lower levels, it's still usable and it can still do a lot of damage. It's just not as high utility as it was before, and it doesn't have enough utility to work in Master Rank. So anyway, they brought a lot of Pokemon up, which is a great way of doing things. You don't want to see your favorite Pokemon get weaker right after your game first comes out. For Kevin, who's a Gengar one-trick pony, was very sad about that. But that, for anybody who hadn't been playing a lot of Gengar, they would probably not really feel too much of a difference. But again, Kevin has hundreds of games under his belt over the past 3 weeks. So
I understood.
Yeah.
I mean, I agreed with the patch. It needed to happen.
You were only playing it so much because it was broken.
Absolutely. I mean, I would even go as far to say the reason I got the Master Ball so fast was because of Gengar.
Yeah.
And I don't care to admit that because it's partially true.
Yeah, exactly. It is nice though to be playing in high ranks, and for the first time in a Pokemon game, Kevin and I are playing it like relatively the same rank. Um, so it's I feel like being at a higher rank makes you better at the game faster because you are seeing what other people are, what choices other people are consistently making. You also see some bad habits that people are starting to develop.
Mhm.
One of those bad habits has a lot to do with the actual game, and it's something that people have experienced in other games like League of Legends, like Dota, like Smite, and that would be something that we like to call tank meta, and something that other people also call tank meta. In Unite, it's defender meta. People are bringing things like Snorlax, like Slowbro, like Eldegoss to an extent. That's a support, but same kind of idea. Um, for a very decent reason that defenders right now are just so very strong in what they do. The idea behind tank meta is that tanks do super high damage while also taking so long to take down. Um, when a tank is, you know, able to carry a game while also be the thing in the front lines that makes sure that the rest of the people in the back don't go down, then you're in tank meta. It's a problem. Kevin, Crustle is your food of choice right now. Tell us why.
Yeah, I mean, cr- I went on a very long streak of difficult games, and Mike was unfortunately a part of those difficult games with me. Um, it's just like trying to find the niche. Like we would both run carry. Like Mike is a big Ninetales player. I was a big Cramorant player after the Gengar nerfs, and we would just, get a bunch of kills,
Mhm.
but still lose the game because you'd have a Crustle, you'd have a Snorlax sit on us while we're trying to do damage and take us out in like 3 or 4 hits, and we're just like, well, this isn't fair. So eventually, me and Mike came to the realization, like, why are they so hard to take down?
Yeah,
Why
for
can't
real.
we get them? We have, you know, level 20 items, all max AP or max attack damage, and we don't do that damage. So then we're like, okay, maybe we just need to run tank items. And then those
Mhm.
unfortunate games turned into not to more fortunate games. It became easier to play the game. I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense now.
Yeah,
I am a tank that does half of your health with one X scissor, and I run at 20 miles an hour. You know, every
exactly.
5 seconds. It was
S-
wild.
So it's a format that devs usually will try to break if it's being noticed and if people are talking about it, then it will usually get fixed. You just kind of have to ride out the tank meta when it's here. But uh, what
I got
will
here
like
quick.
what will likely happen is some kind of nerf, some kind of weakening of Pokemon like Crustle, of Pokemon like Snorlax. Right now, Snorlax's block is used all over the place. I'm using this as kind of a time machine or a time capsule so that we can look back when the nerfs do eventually come.
The
Uh,
nerfing X scissor, the nerfing block. I'll
oh,
tell you
for
right now.
sure, for sure. I'm assuming that there's going to be some kind of if we're being creative here, I would say that Snorlax's block should be its ultimate, should be its Unite move. Just make it like a little bit longer, but make it its Unite move because using it every 10 seconds is a little much.
At least have the cooldown of the knockback reduced.
Yeah.
I mean, enlarged, because it's like it's at zero cooldown right now. Like you can
Yeah.
get knocked 40 times into a wall and not be able to move for 8 whole seconds, and
Yeah. The entire
that's not
duration
fair.
of block, you can pin somebody to a wall.
Crowd control in this game is wild, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a crazier game with crowd control. Crowd control in this game can stop ultimates, can pin you down into a corner, can sometimes turn off your game.
Which is fine when you're
Or pull
trying
you out of
to,
base.
which was fine when you were trying to learn the game. But I think what the developers failed to realize is that people will like dissect this game to a T until they like fully optimize their strategy. Fully optimized Snorlaxes are pinning people against a wall for 10 seconds. And it's very easy to do that once you realize that it can do that. But when you're first starting out, you're like, oh, okay, block. I'm going to go and stand in front when someone's shooting projectiles and just kind of tank all damage by standing in front. That's like a very early mentality to have over it until you realize what it can actually do.
A lot of master tier Snorlax players will have like the slowest Lee Sin combo that I've ever seen, where they just heavy slam on top of the team, flash behind them, and then block them into your team.
Yeah,
the whole time. Like that's just wild.
it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And then Crustle Shell Smash. Right now we're seeing a lot of Score Shield being used in the upper ranks, and that might not be something that a lot of people are used to seeing, but Score Shield essentially gives you a little bit of a shield when you start to dunk, when you start to score. Imagine that. What's cool about that is you can pair that with other things like the Aos cookie, which increases your HP as your every time you score, or the I think it's Macho Brace or Power Anklet or something like that. That
attack weight.
Attack weight, thank you. Which ups your attack, or the special attack specs, which ups your special attack. For Crustle specifically, it's passive. It's passive move that you just get for playing Crustle is as your HP goes down, your defense and special defense go up. So the more HP you get through scoring, the more HP you're going to have. And as that goes lower, the higher your defense goes. So proportionately, if you're at like 50% HP and you have super high defense, that 50% HP is still more HP than most other Pokemon in the game, ever increasing as you score. And some Crustles like really, really take advantage of that, just running around, never falling down, able to slash and score and do everything. And that's tank meta, is when one Pokemon is able to do everything.
Crustle's Ramus.
There you go. Exactly. Man, you have it bad. All right. So one other thing before we head to the break real quick, and we've been, yammering on about this one forever. Item enhancers. I want to talk a little bit about item enhancers because, man, people are still clamoring about this game being pay to win. People are still, kind of complaining about item enhancers, and for this reason, I can kind of understand it. I feel like with this kind of shifting meta very early in the game, tank meta is already here. It's been 3 weeks. Item enhancers are a bit of an issue right now because not because it's pay to win. Not like if you play the game, you'll eventually get item enhancers. That's fine. The problem is that the meta is changing so fast that I want to use all of these different items that I'm learning about in every single one of my games. Because in some games, there's a Crustle with an Aos cookie and a Score Shield running around. In other games, there's a Cramorant with a Buddy Barrier. There's a Machamp with a Macho Brace. Like, I want to have all of these at top level. And so I'm looking at my item enhancers, and I'm like, I don't have enough for that.
Wait till the end of the season.
Exactly. And then you'll be able to enhance one for free if you're in Masters.
Get the Masters, folks.
Yeah. If you're in Master Rank, by the way, you will be given 20,000 tickets, which translates to about 2,000 item enhancers, which I believe is just over what you need to get full rank for one. I think it's like 17 something. Last time I remembered. So I mean, that's there, but I want them now to feel relevant,
Well, Mike, I happen to know a certain something that can get it to you really quickly.
Oh no.
Just a couple of
Oh no, it's money.
couple of things.
Kevin's flailing his wallet.
I got $40.
I mean, that's enough.
Yeah, look, item enhancers.
Oh no. No, I don't want to call it pay to win, but when you do things like that, it's
if you're not crazy like me and Mike, you won't have to try every single Pokemon in the game. You could just play one Pokemon, and you probably have enough item enhancers for one Pokemon by now.
Maybe. I would hope. And if you don't, I'm sorry. I feel for you. I really do. But I feel like in this fast-paced game that is trying to keep people's attention long term, you also kind of need to get people able to switch and not just spam one Pokemon all the time. Because if everybody spams one Pokemon all the time, and then everybody will pick a Charizard at the beginning, and no one will be able to pick the Pokemon that they wanna play. The fact is, you can never always play the same Pokemon every game because you're not always going to get it.
Mm-hmm. One thing I will say about the game being not pay to win is like I feel like if you're under master rank, if you're ultra and below, and you're not playing in master tier games, you only really need rank 20 on your items most of the time. Once you get to 20, that's kind of good enough.
I hope so.
Everything else is just bonus points afterwards.
You get the biggest bonuses there, but I feel like if you have 3 items that are 20 instead of 30, then you might actually be missing quite a bit just in terms of flat stats. But I do hear what you're saying. Yeah, your biggest bonus is going to be from those benchmarks of 1, 10, and 20.
Yeah.
So
at least try to get them there. Like if you're actually trying not to spend a single dime on this game, just try to get them there.
Mm-hmm. Kevin, you have an issue, and
oh yeah,
I need to
got plenty.
I need to squash this right now. We're in week 3, and it's just getting worse. Apart from your addiction to this game and constantly playing it, I feel like you're still holding on to your old MOBA experience. Your years of playing League of Legends has tainted you, and we need to fix it.
Am I toxic?
Well, there's that, but there's also your terminology for like every keystone example is League of Legends. You use that, you pull from that wealth of knowledge every single time. And I need it to stop, and I'm gonna iron it out with you.
Number one, it's not gonna stop.
Oh, we'll see. But we're gonna do that after the break. Stick around. We'll see you in a bit. And we're on a break. Hope Blastoise comes out this week, says Ken Mako.
Kristen Slagle says, Kevin, if you were to take one Pokemon to be a real estate agent partner, who would it be?
Do it.
Meowth? Money.
Sure.
Money
okay.
Bag.
So we now get the inner workings. Yeah, sure. We get the inner workings of Kevin's mind. It's just like a real estate money. You know who I would be? Or who I would pick? Duraludon.
Because it's Hotel Trivago.
There you go. Just have a Gigantamax. It knows what it's like. It knows what a strong
tower
interior is going to be, because it is a strong exterior. Yeah, Kenmako Hope Blastoise comes out this week. I would not expect it to. I would
have mentioned it.
Maybe, but I would also think it's going to be in like the next month, maybe the next 2 weeks, something like that.
Oh wow, that's like, you're thinking really far ahead. You think so? I mean, it's a Pokemon that exists already, right?
I think by next week we might have news that Blastoise is coming out, but realistically, I think they're trying to be somewhat slow with their release schedule. They're trying to like fix the game before they bring out, the big guns, the big water guns.
I have a personal training assessment reminder tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Personal training assessment what?
I recently got an LA Fitness membership.
Oh.
I guess I get a free personal training assessment.
Oh, yeah. And then when they bring you in, they're going to be like, okay, cool. So this is the plan that we're going to work on. It's going to take 2 years, and you have to pay for it up front.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Tristan Slagle says, I think I would go with Pikachu just for the clout. That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, wait, speaking of, hold on.
And then you'd have your rivalry be the realtor with an Eevee. Meanwhile, Malix Rainforest says, if any Pokemon had to be your dentist, what would it be? Mine would be Tyranitar. Nice. Oh my gosh.
I got a business chew.
A business Pikachu.
You're so cute.
My dentist would be a Drillbur. Obvious reasons.
We're talking dentists now?
Yes. Please tell me.
Eternatus.
What? Big hand brushing teeth?
Yes, specifically Eternamax Eternatus. It's got sharp fingers. It can floss at the same time. It's be great.
Wow.
Any Pokemon that uses strings, I'll floss with Sylveon ribbons.
Caterpie?
Oh yeah, give me some of that string shot.
Well, dentist is Excadrill, exactly, yes. Please do feel free to post your if any Pokemon had to be your dentist, what would it be? Answers in the chat.
If there was gonna be a Pokemon that was gonna mow your lawn, what would it be?
Oh no, don't make me say it.
It can't be Rotom.
Oh, okay. It can't be the literal lawnmower.
No, it can't be that one.
Sandslash, just have it curl up and roll around.
Man, Sandslash would just dig holes under it like everywhere.
That's fair.
Ruin the whole lawn.
I feel like any like grass Pokemon would kind of be okay.
Anything that could learn Razor Leaf, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. And then also like the leaves end up on the ground. You just have to rake them up.
What Pokemon would you use to take care of your child as a nanny?
Mr. Mime.
Oh no.
I think they already picked the good one, right?
What about Chansey? It's a caretaker.
Yeah.
Tristan said Scyther. I hope that was for the lawnmower, not the child.
What am I gonna do?
Rockabye.
Oh no. Okay. Double or Deerling for mowing the lawn. Okay.
I can eat it.
Yeah. Just eat it. You have a bunch of Miltanks walking around just eating your grass. Wow, you are not the only one who says Deerling. That's good for you.
Forgot that was a Pokemon. Wait, what season?
Okay. Let's go back to this because I wanna finish up. Here we go. Kangaskhan for child. Oh, good one. Get a literal kangaroo to parent your child. That's smart. I like that.
Keep it incubated. Continue.
And we're back. Welcome back to Pokésports, everybody. Like I said, Kevin has a problem with League of Legends terminology. For people who, have played League of Legends, I'm sure a lot of this isn't lost on you. Even some people who haven't played League of Legends, you can kind of suss out what Kevin's trying to say. But and the reason being is there's just so much overlap in the game mechanics. So it's easy for people to kind of see what it means. But for people who don't know how to translate, I got you. I hear it. I know what it's like. I have played with Kevin all week, and I have noted every time he used a League of Legends term on stream to our Pokemon-based audience. And I want to set the record straight and tell everybody what they mean.
Performance review. Mike has been scoping me out as a private investigator this whole week.
Kevin, now I need you to sit down, and I'm
not even gonna look at the notes.
I'm just gonna slide you a manila envelope. You're gonna open it up, and it's gonna have these terms on it. There you go. Your first term. And Kevin, I want you, instead of saying the League of Legends term, I want you to say the Unite term and what you should say.
This is a literal intervention. I think I have a feeling why I know this came up, because during the coaching session with PKMN cast, super effective, Mr. SBJ, Steve,
lots of names.
I would say things like Flash and realize that doesn't translate to someone who's never played League.
Somebody who's only played Pokemon is like, what? What do you want me to do?
You want me to take my shirt off?
Kevin, if we want to start coaching people on how to play this game, we need to learn how to say these terms. So your first term,
Okay.
We've said it a bunch already on this podcast alone. By the way, I have been adding to this list during this podcast. Your term is flash.
Yeah.
Please tell me what flash is.
It's when you dash a certain distance after using an item that's specifically called eject button.
Yes. So it's not necessarily it is the same as flash. It puts it on a cooldown. You can't, use it over and over, but it teleports you a certain distance. That's eject button. All right? That's not flash. That's eject button. You eject that way.
3 syllables versus 1. What do you expect from me?
Eject.
Button.
Yeah.
4
Just button out.
syllables.
There you go. That's a good one. Yeah, you just button out.
That sounds dirty.
Yeah. Your next one is alt.
What? Oh.
There you go.
Unite
Hey,
move.
so Cramorant's gonna alt here. What? What's it gonna do? I had to look this up actually because I wasn't fully certain that alt actually was a League of Legends term. Turns out that it is. It is like your ulti or ultimate or whatever. Like ultimate is actually a League of Legends term. I thought that it wasn't for a second. I thought that was something that people brought over from Dota, but no, it is what is used in League as well. Characters in League of Legends have three regular moves and 1 ultimate move, which is on a longer cooldown and does like bigger stuff. It's like the cornerstone of the character. That's a Unite move.
Overwatch also says ultimate, I think.
There you go. Overwatch also has ultimate. Yeah. Ken Mako in the chat coming in hot. Exactly. Yes. League of Legends is called Flash. Dota 2 it's called Blink. Yeah, same thing. Ult in League of Legends. Ultimate alt. In Dota, I believe it's still called Ultimate. But it's I'm so far removed from Dota that I may even be wrong about that. Next is Ghost. This one you said, and you didn't even know what the Unite term was.
Still don't know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's because it's based off of a item in Pokemon that people like never ever use. That's
Speed elixir.
It's X speed.
X speed.
Yeah. So Ghost in League of Legends makes you go faster. It makes you able to walk through other obstacles and not have to deal with any of the collision. X speed.
Tenacity.
Yeah, tenacity. In Pokemon Unite, X speed just increases your speed for a bit. People usually use it on like Machokes or Machamps and that kind of stuff. Not really too much on other Pokemon, but you can kind of see it in use. Oh yes, your SS move. Yeah. Anyway, this one I don't think you've said, but I think people can easily make the distinction. Smite.
Oh no. I've never said it, but I would say it if I had to.
Right. So Smite in League of Legends was a thing exclusively used for jungler minions, which is kind of a spoiler for the next one, but minions in the jungle that are not controlled by players, those are jungle minions. You use Smite on those to take it down like in a big chunk. In this, that's right? Kind of Fluffy Tail. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Fluffy Tail is used exclusively for the Pokemon that aren't controlled by people, and it helps you clear your center lane a little quicker. Speaking of center lane, Kevin, let's get the term jungle out of our vocabulary, huh?
It's hard. It is the center.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, it's mid lane. If we're gonna be really honest about it.
No, Unite calls it center lane.
No, it's mid.
No,
it's in the middle.
Yeah, I can see you get away with that. That's fine.
Do they say top and bottom in Unite?
Yes, they do. When you select your lane, you say, "I'm going top lane. I'm going bottom lane."
Center lane.
Yeah. Now, even when referring to Pokemon that go in the center lane, you've been calling those junglers this whole time. So like Pokemon who are junglers: Greninja, Cinderace, Gengar, Zero
So what are they
Aura.
called? They're center laners.
They're center laners, yes. They are center laners. Recall. We've only got 3 more. Recall.
Oh, that's what it is. No, that's what it's called.
Nope.
You're kidding me. What is it called?
I don't know.
Oh, then I'm changing it to recall right now.
Go. That's your down button when you go back to base. Kevin likes to say, "Oh, go base." And it's like, what does that even mean? A lot of people don't even know that the recall button exists. You just press down and it sends you back to base after a couple seconds. I would love to know actually what that's called in Unite though, because I don't even know.
It's called recall now.
It's not explicitly said. Elo. Here's one that like people should actually know though. Elo, I don't actually know what that's called, what that stands for. But
it's your rank, your matchmaking rank.
Exactly. In Dota, it's literally called MMR. As you play the game, you are given a matchmaking rating, which matches you up with people of that similar matchmaking rating. Still not super clear how Unite does it, but they definitely say explicitly the thing that is that it matches you up with people 2 ranks above and 2 ranks below. I mean, I'm sure it's there. I'm sure it's there for masters. It's a lot easier to see that it's there. But if you're saying high elo games, that means people who are high rated, people who have played a ton of games and have high ranking. It is the exact same as MMR. Your last 2, AP and AD. We're just going to bundle these ones together. And I love the smile on your face every time I say these, because you're like, yeah, I say that all the time and it is wrong.
Hold on. AD is not wrong. It's an acronym for attack damage, which is correct. It is still attack damage. AP, I don't got an excuse for, because that's special attack in Pokemon.
So AD is what we would say for physical attack. So if you're putting on a, what was the move called, where the item called, where when you score, it ups your attack? You said it earlier in the podcast.
Attack weight?
Attack weight, thank you. So an attack weight ups your AD. It ups your attack damage, your physical attack. Special attack specs, those up your, as we would say, AP, which is ability power, which is special attack. So the things that up your abilities, if you're Ninetales, it's your Avalanche and Blizzard and Dazzling Gleam, that kind of thing. If you're Ninetales again, your AD would be your auto attack. So the things that you press A. And auto attack is another one. Dang, there's a lot of terms, huh?
I think auto attack is actually called auto attack in the game, though.
It's not an auto attack.
I'm pretty sure I remember that in the... Or it's a basic attack, I think.
Oh, okay. Basic attack makes sense. Yeah.
There's also one that you missed, and I can't believe that you missed.
Oh.
I call the Pokemon the NPC Pokemon minions all the time.
Yes.
And I call them creeps all the time.
So
I say things like CC, which means crowd control. That's also from League of Legends.
CC is a thing just in general. You can say that in any game. I think CC is okay. The interesting thing about minions / creeps, minions.
Say CS.
Well, sure. Minions are explicitly a League term. Creeps are explicitly a Dota term. That is what they call them. However, from Dota, it migrated over to Leagues in such a weird way that a lot of people who've never played Dota still call League minions creeps. They're not. They're just Pokemon. But that makes it kind of hard to distinguish, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why I usually just call them minions.
Yeah.
I feel like that's okay. What are we going to
fun.
call them? Non-playable Pokemon? NPPs?
NPPs, exactly. Oh, that's true. People who play Pokemon know CC as close combat.
It's lobsters and monkeys, Kevin.
Lobsters and monkeys and pigs.
Okay, then you try to tell me what an Audino is.
Yeah, try and tell me to go and take down the Buffalo. All right, I'm going for the bull. What about Ludicolo?
Get the pineapple.
All right, go for the bull, go for the pineapple, go for the red, or go for the blue. No, it's not even red or blue. Go for the orange, go for the purple. Actually, no, they did make it. They did make it red and blue. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that? I think that's a Tencent owns league kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like they're like, we need something that people will remember as being from League of Legends. Or
okay, the bees are actually called the bees though.
Yeah,
those are the bees. We don't say the combies.
No.
And Vespiquen.
I called it the combi combo, and I was very happy about it once.
Combi combo. That's funny.
Yeah.
At least we don't call it Baron. That's true. I don't.
That's
I
true.
think it's Zapdos.
We do call it Zapdos. Yeah.
You have to respect Zapdos. Zapdos has a certain level of respect that even Baron can't compete with.
Mm-hmm. I mean, again, so many mechanics are taken directly from League. Herald is Rotom. Dragon is Dreadnought. Baron is Zapdos. Like, there it is.
You mean Turtle and Sparkplug?
Yeah, exactly.
Since we're being very specific.
Turtle and Electric Ghost. Yeah. All right. And that, I believe, that's all of the terminology that I've got. But I'm sure more will come up over the next week. So if I hear it, you better believe that I'm going to be writing it down.
Oh no, I'm gonna get tallied. I'm gonna be like, Mike, why are you AFK? I'm doing something.
Exactly. Why'd you stop moving? No reason.
Gotta write something down.
Yeah. All right.
Nothing in particular.
Exactly. I want to thank everybody for listening this week. This was I believe, a bit of a longer one. So cool. We had a lot to talk about
VGC
today.
news, Unite news, Kevin bullying. It was great. It was a good episode. We hit all the spots.
We hit all of our touch points. Yeah. I do have just those 3 things written in our notes and nothing else. Anyway, if you want to go and see more of Pokésports, especially our Unite streaming, we are doing so on Twitch at twitch.tv/Pokésports. If you want to check us out and see when we're going live or just see our general thoughts on this game and the other and all that stuff, go to Twitter at twitter.com/PokesportsPod or just search on Twitter, PokesportsPod. Make sure you do rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. It does really mean a lot. And check us out on Patreon, where we have our monthly VGC League, as well as some other things that we're thinking about that might happen sooner rather than later. That's patreon.com/PokesportsPodcast to go and check all of that out. I want to give a big patron shout out to Matthew H., Corey, Carlo H., Scott D., Joseph G., King Boo, Martine, Ahmed, Ro Ixon, Arctivish, Dylan, Greg T., Lewis J., Mikitater, Ryan G., Soen. Here we go. Mod Lupus. There we go. Didn't forget it this time. Mod Pierre and Mod Tofu. Also Mod Lupus. Did I also mention Mod Lupus? Because Mod Lupus.
The only mod that attends streams.
Welcome, Mod Lupus. Yes, exactly. Thanks to M- for every single second of every single piece of music you hear on this podcast. M- is a wonderful creator who we haven't heard anything from in the past little bit. So please go and leave some comments on their videos saying that we want more. We want more. They make such good stuff. Kevin, you got anything to say before we end things off?
Don't hold poop signs at live tournaments. Have a great night.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.